Dear friends, good morning. Today our topic is drug for cough and bronchial asthma. So we all are aware about the topic, that is cough and bronchial asthma is very common in normal individual. So first we have to know what is cough. So it is clear to us that cough is a protective reflex. The purpose is release of respiratory secretion of foreign particle from our passage. It occurs due to stimulation of mechano or chemoreceptor in throat respiratory passage or stress receptor in the lung. Cough may be useful or useless. So we should not suppress useful cough because it releases necessary substances from lungs or air passes. But non-productive cough should be suppressed. So there are different types of natural and synthetic substances for treatment of cough and bronchial asthma. So we have to know what is the natural substances to suppress or protect or liquefy cough, and as well as what is the synthetic drugs which can protect or suppress or release cough. So first of all, the natural therapy that is called pharyngeal demulcent, like lozenge, cough drops, linctus containing syrup, glycerin, licorice. This type of natural or minor therapy can be done for patient who is suffering from minor or moderate type of cough. So this type of lozenge, cough drops, linctus means alcohol containing syrup, and glycerin containing syrup also help to expel cough, and licorice, that is called in our synonym, that is called Joshtimodhu licorice, and the taste of licorice is sweet because here calcium is present in this plant, so the taste of licorice is sweet and it helps to expulsion of cough. Then mainstream drugs are classified as expectorant, antitussive and adjuvant antitussive. So expectorants, also called mucokinetics, which enhances the secretion or kinetic of the cough. So expectorant then classified as two subclasses, that is bronchial secretion enhancer and mucolytic. So in bronchial secretion enhancer, sodium, potassium citrate, potassium iodide, guaifenesin, balsam of Tolu, Vasaca, ammonium chloride, this type of drugs are included. So these types of drugs, I am saying once again, sodium or potassium citrate, potassium iodide, guaifenesin, balsam of Tolu, Vasaca, ammonium chloride, these drugs enhance the bronchial secretion and help our lungs to expel the unnecessary things from inside to outside through nasal passages. And mucolytics, another category under expectorant is mucolytics, that is bromhexine, ambroxol, acetylcysteine, carbocysteine. This is also called mucokinetics. Generally, this type of drugs used simultaneously with each other, like bromhexine, ambroxol, acetylcysteine, carbocysteine, all drugs used with each other like combination guaifenesin, ambroxol, sodium citrate, this type of combination therapy are done. Then other classification are antitussive. Antitussive means cough center suppressant. Cough center suppressant are subdivided into many categories like opioids, non-opioids, and antihistaminics. Opioids means which drug come from opium background. Opium means comes from poppy seeds. The opioid drugs like codeine, fulcodeine are important. They suppress cough center, and one information is important here: codeine should not be given to asthmatic patient because it causes bronchoconstriction. So life-threatening condition may occur if codeine phosphate is given to asthmatic patient, which causes bronchoconstriction. In case of non-opioids drug, noscapine, dextromethorphan, clofedienol are used. So dextromethorphan is very common in cough syrup, which suppress the cough center. Antihistaminics is a common practice of cough treatment. Very common drug is chlorpheniramine maleate, diphenhydramine, promethazine. These all are antihistaminic drug which suppress histamine and try to prevent cough. And other adjuvant antitussive are bronchodilators like salbutamol, terbutaline. Both drugs dilate the bronchus and relieve patient from bronchoconstriction. Last of all, in this episode, we have to discuss about bronchial asthma properly. So, bronchial asthma is characterized by hyperresponsiveness of tracheobronchial smooth muscle to a variety of stimuli, resulting in narrowing of ear tubes, often accompanied by increased secretion, mucosal edema, and muscle plugging. So, in case of bronchial asthma, it is common thinking that bronchoconstriction is occurred. So, first of all, the treatment protocol or treatment direction is to enhance or enlarge the bronchial space. So, asthma is now recognized to be a primarily inflammatory condition. Inflammation underlying hyperreactivity. An allergic basis can be demonstrated in many adult and higher percentage of pediatric patient. Treatments are according to different categories and different approaches there for asthmatic patient, but very common is prevention through preventing antigen antibody reaction, neutralizing immunoglobulin E by giving some drugs or directly giving bronchodilator. So the normal classification of anti-asthmatic drug can be done by such a way that bronchodilators categories are divided into three subcategories, that is beta 2 sympathomimetic, which are under drug are salbutamol, terbutaline, bambuterol, salmeterol, formoterol, ephedrine. These all are beta 2 sympathomimetic, means beta 2 receptor sympathomimetic drugs. They all dilate our bronchus so that patient can relieve by taking excess amount of air or oxygen from the environment. Another category is methylxanthine. Methylxanthine also dilate bronchus. The drug namely theophylline, aminophylline, doxophylline, are important drug in methylxanthine category. Or anticholinergic drug, also we know anticholinergic drug which suppress the excess amount of secretion, that is ipratropium bromide, tiotropium bromide. And next main category is leukotriene antagonist. Leukotriene antagonist is very important adjuvant therapy. These drugs generally used with antihistaminic, and it provide satisfactory result nowadays. So these drugs can be widely used for treatment of bronchial asthma, like Montelukast, Jaffir-Lucas. So Montelukast, Jaffir-Lucas is very common practice nowadays for neutralizing asthmatic condition, and combination therapy with cetirizine or levocetirizine. And next main category is mast cell stabilizer. Mast cell is a smooth muscle cell present in human, their throat and respiratory passages, and this cell is stabilized by some drugs and relieve patient by stabilizing the irritation. That is, the drug is sodium chromoglycate and ketotifen. Sodium chromoglycate is very common, which is generally used as mast cell stabilizer. Corticosteroids also used when the chronic cases are found or chronic cases is identified. Then corticosteroid also used to neutralize the asthmatic condition, and patient can be benefited from this type of drugs. Both corticosteroid systemic and inhalation therapy are very common nowadays. So systemic corticosteroids are hydrocortisone, prednisolone and others. So prednisolone is very common practice for pediatric or infant individual, because their protective reflex or ability to expulsion of cough is very low. So steroidal therapy is very common for infant or pediatric individual. And inhalation therapy, in case of inhalation therapy, beclomethasone, budesonide, fluticasone, this type of inhalation is widely and very commonly used for asthmatic patient, which is used through inhalational route and give satisfactory result, because nowadays pharmaceutical industries are widely using nanotechnology or nanomedicinal technology, so that excessive absorption is occurred with lower amount of drug, so that patient can satisfied or patient can relieve from asthmatic condition with lower quantity of drug with lower toxicity. So patient can be benefited and toxicity can be reduced through this way. So nowadays this is a very common practice for asthmatic condition neutralization or satisfying patient. And other category is anti-IgE antibody. So anti-IgE antibody means anti-immunoglobulin A. So in case of allergic condition, this is known to us that immunoglobulin E is responsible for allergic condition. So if we can neutralize or suppress the immunoglobulin E directly, so it can be neutralize the allergic condition, so it will help to prevent asthmatic condition. So omalizumab is a common drug which can be inhibit allergic condition by inhibiting IgE directly. So overall, these are the common drugs and common practice for preventing asthma or bronchial cough. So these categories should be in our mind for all students from our pharma background, nursing background or medical background. And further, for the further information, we can discuss in our further class what should be the further or classification or further treatment protocol for cough and bronchial asthma. But in this information, this today's class, this is common practice and common information is here. Any student can learn this chapter and discuss with us what is the shortcoming of this, and we can build our information center more precisely. Thank you all.